Oh, hello, ma'am. Hello, good morning. Welcome back to another vlog as I try to prop you up on the stove. It's been a little while. It's been even longer since I actually recorded because the last video that I put up was like pre-recorded and scheduled. I'm back from my vacation. As you can tell, look how tan I got. Oh my god, it was so much fun. I did start peeling a little bit though, so it's like I'm looking a little patchy in some spots. We just got back this past Saturday. It was like just a really like private, low-key kind of thing. I just rented a private beach house for my immediate family, my parents, my brother, and my boyfriend. And we were in the Outer Banks, North Carolina, which if you've never been over there, I highly suggest vacationing there, because if you have like a bunch of friends or, you know, your family, you can get these like beautiful big houses with like a private pool, private jacuzzi, and it's really not that expensive. I feel like it ends up coming out to be less than like staying in a hotel somewhere. It's just not like super crowded, so it was the perfect like safe vacation. We weren't around any strangers. It was literally just us, and the beach is like really quiet and nice, and there's not like lifeguards and people there like telling you what you can and can't do, you know? It was nice to just get away, not think about work or social media or anything. Like I was barely on my phone the whole time, didn't record anything, like I just wanted to unplug. And then we got back Saturday evening, and then Sunday morning I went to my apartment and we moved the last bit of stuff out of there, and I cleaned it, and the house now is like a total disaster. Like there's stuff, and it looks better now, honestly, than it was yesterday. Yesterday, this entire living room, like the whole floor, was just covered in stuff. Like there was not a single place where you could walk. It was really bad. Upstairs too. So I've just been working on gradually putting stuff away, but I'm just like, I don't know, I was really stressed out, as you guys saw in the last vlog, about the whole moving thing and going on vacation and everything. Like it was all just happening at once, and I felt like limited on time. And now that it's just done and I'm out of the apartment and I don't have to worry about that anymore, like now, as far as like unpacking and putting everything away here, like there's no time limit. I can just take my time and not be stressed about it. So I'm just like trying to not worry about it, but it does kind of, it annoys me like having stuff all out of place. But so yeah, that's what I have been up to the last week. So this week is just gonna be like, you know, getting back into my normal routine. Good morning. It's the next day. Just got out of the shower, just got dressed. Trying to figure out if I want to do anything about this hair. I don't know. Maybe I'll just curl these front pieces a little bit, because I just let my hair air dry and it's kind of a frizzy mess. I'm just wearing a plain black tank top with some black bike shorts, and I threw this flannel over top. It's one of those like in-between days where it's not super hot out, but it's not cool either. And I feel like once I'm actually at the salon working, I might get hot. So figured I could throw this on top. And then if I do get hot throughout the day, I could take it off, tie it around my waist. But I wanted to open up a package with you because I just got some new pieces in from Ana Luisa. This portion of the vlog is sponsored by them, so thank you so much, Ana Luisa, for working with me again. I've been working with them for almost a year now, I want to say. So if you've never heard of them before, they are a sustainable jewelry company. They sell gold-plated jewelry, so the price is more affordable than like 100% pure gold, but you still get that good quality. None of their pieces tarnish, turn green, and if you've been watching me for a while, you know that majority of the jewelry that I wear on a regular basis is all from Ana Luisa. And these two bracelets in particular, this big chunky one, because I get asked all the time, this one actually was handed down to me from my mom. She got this when she was younger in Italy. But these two smaller pieces are both Ana Luisa, and I literally never take them off. I've had them for months. The thicker one, I want to say I got like around December, and the thinner one I got back in the fall. And like I said, never take them off. And I was just on vacation, as you guys saw, and I wore them in the pool, in the jacuzzi, in the ocean, out in the sun. Didn't tarnish at all. Still like beautiful, perfect quality. They look brand new. These earrings too, these little huggy hoops, are also Ana Luisa, and I've had these for the last couple of months, and same thing, like I put them in the day that I got them and I haven't taken them out since, so I wear them all the time in the shower, swimming, all that kind of stuff. So their pieces are really great quality, and they offset 100% of their carbon emissions. They also make everything in small batches to reduce waste. So I got 2 pieces in, and I honestly have no idea what they even sent me. The way that it works when I'm working with them is they have me select like a big list of just everything on the site that I like, and then they'll pick a couple pieces from that list to send me. So I never really know what exactly I'm going to be getting. Ooh. These are cute. So the first thing is this pair of earrings, and I'll put the name on the screen because I don't know it off the top of my head, but they're these cute little huggy hoops, but then they have a dangly chain. Okay, I'm definitely gonna wear those today. So cute. And then the second thing, oh, what I like too about all their jewelry is they all come in these like nice little velvet pouches. I save every single one, and if I'm ever traveling or something like that, it's a great way to store your jewelry so you don't lose anything. And then this little pouch is cute. Ooh, okay, I got a second pair of earrings, and these ones are like just an oval shaped. But I just love the look of like dainty gold jewelry, and I'm one of those people that I like simple things that I can just wear on a regular basis and never take off. Like, I don't like to have to constantly be swapping out my jewelry every day when I'm getting dressed, you know? So I love pieces like this so much. So all of their jewelry pieces start at $39, and you can get 10% off with my code samanthavayT10. I will have that in the description with a link to their website. And I love these ones that just like lock in place because they're really comfortable. There's like nothing sticking out that will poke you or anything. Look how cute. Oh, love. So blinged out. These are really, really cute. So yeah, if you want to get any of these pieces for yourself, like I said, use my discount code in the description, save yourself a little bit of money. And thank you so much, Ana Luisa, for these beautiful pieces and for working with me again. So yeah, I am just gonna curl these front pieces a little bit. It's super humid, and especially because I'm gonna be working. I normally like my hair out of my face anyway, so no sense in bothering to wear it down. There we go, perfect. All right, so I'm gonna head to work. I have an eyelash fill afterwards. They're looking kind of crazy. So yeah, I will see you guys later. Here's the after. They're like super full. They're fuller than what I normally would like. I normally like them to be a little bit more wispy and spaced out, but because I have to do my freaking eye drops so frequently because of my LASIK, it just makes them fall out quicker. So these just last a little bit longer. So they are like super crazy full and thick the first few days, but then as time goes on and they start shedding, they get wispier and wispier. So yeah. All right, I'm gonna head home now. Oh, hi. I forgot you in my car last night. No, Benny, we're not going anywhere. We're not going anywhere right now. Come on. Come on. Come on. Oh, we're starting with that now? Okay, thank you, Benny. I swear every time I pull out the camera around him, he has to get his toy. Benny, can you wait for a sec? Okay. Can I have this? Thank you, good boy. we're just gonna hide that under here for a minute, right? Just a minute. I want to do a workout. I've been like trying to slowly eat healthier and become active again, start working out, because like during quarantine, this whole past year, I think especially like I was pretty good during quarantine. Like when we had the stay at home order, I was staying active, going out on walks a lot, like I was doing pretty good. But once we had to go back to work last summer, I just got so busy and so overwhelmed, and I don't know. And then I just got to a point where I was like, well, I'm not really going anywhere. I'm not seeing anybody, so fuck it, you know? I was just like eating a lot of takeout and not great stuff, and I wasn't working out at all. So I definitely gained some weight and just got out of shape. And I've been like slowly trying to ease back in, because I always feel like, I don't know, if I do things like cold turkey, I don't end up sticking to it. So I've been like slowly just making good positive changes. But I've been seeing everybody online talking about Ting and her 2-week shred. So that is what I'm doing. I actually have had her 2-week shred just sitting on my phone, saved in my browser for a while. I'll put the link to her website in the description. It's just chloeting.com, I think. But all of her workout videos are on YouTube, so it's totally free, which is great. And she just breaks it down on the website. Like, she just has it all scheduled out, like day 1, do these workouts, day 2, do this, day 3, blah, blah, blah. So yeah, I want to give it a try. I haven't looked at any of the workouts yet, so I don't know what it's going to be like, what it entails. Hopefully it's not too intense, but then again, like, I haven't done any type of like intense physical activity in so long that I don't even know what my fitness level is at right now. So I don't even know what I can handle. For day 1, there's a full body workout, an abs workout, and a legs and glutes workout. All right, we're gonna pull up the first video. She has a warm-up that says it's optional. Just for time's sake, since I woke up late today, I'm going to skip that. But I'm just gonna stream it on the big TV on the wall so I can see what I'm doing. I don't have shoes on, so hopefully that'll be did it. Finished day 1. I liked that a lot. I feel like each individual move, like there wasn't a single exercise that I was like, oh my god, I hate this. You know what I mean? Like they all were, for the most part, doable and pretty enjoyable. And like I said, because you move through them so quickly, it just goes by really fast. I think my biggest thing, like when I'm working out, I get so bored when I have to like constantly keep doing like multiple sets. Because like once I do an exercise, I just want to like move on to the next thing. And like, I don't know, having to keep repeating the same stuff over and over in a cycle makes it feel, to me anyway, like it's just taking forever, you know? And then I'm just like, oh my god, I'm over this. I just want to be done. But because this is just like, you're constantly on to the next thing, it just goes by really quickly. And I mean, look at me, look how sweaty I am and how out of breath I am. Like, it's a good workout, but at the same time, it wasn't like so intense that I felt like I couldn't keep up or that it was just like too difficult, you know? Like, I feel good. I didn't feel like I was gonna pass out at any point. So, oh, what is on my face? Is that an eyelash? Yep. Eyelash extension. But yeah, so hopefully I can stay consistent for the 2 weeks. That's what I'm planning on. And I'm probably not going to record every single workout that I do, but I will definitely update you guys and let you know how it's going. And then I'll share my results at the end. I mean, I don't know how much like of a visible transformation I'm going to have in just 2 weeks, but I did take some before pictures. I'm hoping that at least like I can smooth out some of the cellulite on my legs. I have like an hour and 15 minutes before I have to leave for work, so I'm gonna go take a fast shower and then go make myself a green smoothie. Alright, about to head to work. I got this dress on from H&M, some boots from Zara. Every time that I start getting ready, especially as soon as I put shoes on, Benny knows that that means that I'm leaving, and he does not want me to leave without him. So he just follows me around and then waits by the door. You can't come with me today. You're gonna stay here, okay? You're gonna stay here? You're gonna stay here like a big boy? Yeah? You're gonna stay here? Yes. Big boy. Oh my god. It's the next day. I have my super zoomed in lens, so sorry if this looks weird. I just got done. You can't even see me from here. There we go. I just got done with work and it was like such a crazy hectic day. I am so ready to go home. And I need to just like sit down and just like take a deep breath and relax. A quick little like lesson, like note to self and also note to you if you are a stylist as well. I should not try to squeeze people in. Like, I just shouldn't do it. And I normally don't, but I don't know. I don't know. I had a moment of weakness yesterday, and one of my clients whose hair I've been doing since March, she called and wanted to see if I had any appointments like soon, and I didn't. I don't have anything available until like the end of the month. But I was like, you know, the last couple of times, like her hair's not super thick, and the last couple of times I did it, I finished really fast. Okay, I'm just like rambling so much. I need to clean up so I can get the hell out of here. I'll talk to you and share more about how my day went when I get home. Okay, that sky though, beautiful. Makes me feel a little bit better. I am home now. Oh my god. Ignore the boxes behind me. Like I said earlier in this vlog, we're still in the process of unpacking all the shit from my apartment. I came home. I ate, luckily I had like meal prepped and I made like a big pot of this like rice, chicken, veggie bowl kind of thing. So I was able to just heat that up super fast and eat my first meal of the day at 9 p.m. And I wasn't drinking anything like all day. Like I literally didn't have a moment. So like, you know what? Let me have some coconut water to make up for it. Get those electrolytes in. It was one of those days that like really tested me as a hairstylist. And I feel like most days at work are like super smooth and, you know, everything goes well. At this point, you know, oh my God, my freaking memory card ran out of space. I can't win today, huh? Like I was saying, I've been doing hair for 3.5 years now, professionally at this point, and I feel like, especially within the last year, I feel like I'm finally at a point where I feel super confident. My speed is really good. You know, I rarely have any mess ups anymore, and if I do, it's like, you know, a small little thing and I can fix it super fast. And I luckily haven't had any clients in a really, really, really long time that were unhappy or were like difficult in any kind of way. I know you guys love my story times and I'm always getting requested to do more, but I'm like, I don't have anything else to share. Like, I've had just amazing clients and everything's just gone really smoothly. But today was just one of those days where I was like, oh my God, I felt the way, like I haven't felt the way that I felt today since I was like fresh out of beauty school. I had the 2 clients, which normally 2 clients is nothing. Like depending on what the services are, I can have anywhere from 1 to 4 or 5 clients in any given day. Because I only work at the salon part-time. Like I'm not there all day long. I usually will work like anywhere from 5 to 7 hours at a time. So, you know, if somebody has like a big color correction appointment that's going to take me 5 or 6 hours, you know, I can maybe only do 1 person in that day. Anyway, so 2 people is, you know, not a big deal, but I just didn't have enough time in my day for what they both needed, but I tried to like squeeze it all in anyway. So my first client, she just wanted a balayage, and like I had done her hair previously. I'm the only person who has worked on her hair at all. Like when she came to me a few months ago, her hair was virgin. There was nothing in it. And it lifted super nicely and toned fine and it was great, whatever. And then today, I don't know if it was just that it was too porous. I did the balayage application same way that I did the last time I did her hair. Everything was fine, you know. She didn't want to be like super, super blonde, so she lifted, I washed it out, went to go tone her. I didn't even leave the toner on for more than a few minutes, and it just like sucked it up so much. And I didn't think anything of it at first because the kind of color that we use Redken Shades EQ. If you're a stylist and you're familiar with that color line, you know it processes so dark, and especially when the hair is wet, it like kind of looks scary because you could be doing like a light ashy blonde and it will look like it's a dark brown when it's processing. But then, you know, you wash it out, you blow dry it, and then once it's dry, it's beautiful and it's exactly what you formulated and what you intended. So I brought her over to the chair. She's looking at it and she's like, oh, it looks dark. And I was like, I know, don't even worry about it though. Like that's just how this color line is. I'll blow dry it and it'll be a lot lighter. So I'm blow drying her hair. And I mean, it's getting a little bit lighter, but it's still dark. And it literally looked like it did when she first came in. If not, maybe even a tiny bit darker. So I just did a little clarifying treatment at the sink, which normally when something like that happens, you know, I do this little treatment, it takes it right out in a few minutes, it's fine, and then I can retone if needed and whatever. This was just like not budging. I ended up doing like a bleach wash, nothing. Like it came out a tiny bit, but it still wasn't any lighter than when she came in. And I was like, what the hell? I just spent all that time balayaging her and I was doing so good on time. I was like so excited. And then of course at the end, it was just a disaster. So at that point, my next client was there waiting for me. So, you know, I told my first client, if you want to come back either later tonight or another day. I will fix it for you. We'll redo it, no charge. She left. I felt really bad because it's a pain in the ass, and like it was her day off, and like, you know, you got shit to do on your days off, and or you just want to stay home and not do anything. And I know it's a pain, like having to come back and forth. So I felt bad about that. But then at the same time, I was like, see, this is what happens when I try to squeeze people in. I end up rushing, and then something happens, and I don't know. Whatever. It just is what it is. It happens sometimes. It was no fault of hers. I didn't even do anything dark. I did an 8V, which is not dark, but her hair literally came out looking like a dark 7, like between like a 6 and a 7. Like it was dark. So she left. My next client was already there waiting for me. So I didn't even have a moment in between to like prep for my next client. So my second client comes, she's a color correction, and a new client. Which, like, whenever I have a new client especially, you know, I want to take that time to really talk with them, get to know them, make a good impression, really, like, be on my A game, right? But in this moment, I'm stressed, and I'm running behind. I posted on Instagram, I'll put the picture here, so if you want to go and read the caption, I just did a post on it, and I like broke down the process of everything I did. But she came in, and she had grown out blonde hair, and it was very yellow, and she wanted to be like a white blonde, but her hair was damaged. And as soon as she came in, she even was saying, she was like, yeah, my hair's really damaged, like it's a mess, it's super yellow, blah blah blah. Now normally, right, if I wasn't stressed and like rushing and behind and whatever, I normally I'm very thorough with my consultations. I pride myself on that. I take my time. I go over realistic expectations and all that kind of stuff. And we talked about damage. You know, I was like, she said her hair was damaged. I was like, well, if you want me to bleach it, you need to be okay with the fact that we are probably going to have to cut a few inches off. She was like, yes, that's fine. Do what you have to do. I just don't want this yellow anymore. And I was like, I got you. So I did a full head of foils. I didn't leave a single strand of hair out because I had to cover over all of it to get rid of that yellow. And she wanted to bring it up pretty high, but she still wanted it to grow out softly. So full foil application, bunch of baby lights around her face up top, create that nice soft blend, so like grow out really nicely. And at this point, I'm still kind of stressed, but as I'm working, I'm just like, oh, and she had so much hair. It was so thick. And so I was foiling for 2 hours. But whatever, it was good. It was fine. I was taking my time, doing what I needed to do. Left her to process, kept checking on it periodically. And then, you know, she was at the point where she was nice and light, but I didn't want to push her hair anymore. I was like, this, you know, processing time is, we're good. Let's rinse this out now. Because I didn't want to have to completely chop her to like jaw length. So I rinse out the lightener, and as I am going to the back to go get her toner, I guess she must have like pulled up her camera on her phone and was like trying to look at her hair as it's wet and all pulled back in the sink, and there was conditioner in it. And when I came back with her toner, she was like, oh, it still looks very dark. I still have like all of my roots. And I was like, that's always a red. Oh, also, as I'm foiling her, right, she's talking about how she moved to the area a few years ago, and she has just been trying to find a stylist for a long time, and she's gone to a bunch of different places, and, you know, no one can do her hair right. Which is always a red flag. Anyway, so I'm like, well, you know, I'm explaining to her that the baby lights are very, very small and tiny, and when your hair's wet, it's going to look darker, and it's all pulled back, and da-da-da-da, and, like, once I tone it and it's dry, she'll see, because I did do highlights, like, all the way up to her root, all up top around her face, like, I did not leave her roots dark. So I'm like, oh, God, okay. You know, trying to explain myself. And it's tough when you're in that kind of situation, because it's like you want to explain yourself and reassure your client, but at the same time you don't want them to think that you're like just bullshitting them and just trying to make up like an excuse or something, you know? So I do her toner, and then I bring her over and I blow dry her, and everything up at the root is starting to brighten up as it's drying, and everything is looking really nice and really beautiful. I'm happy with it. I did a trim. Had to cut off a few inches because of the damage, but it wasn't too terrible. I finished blow drying her, and she's like, she's like looking at it in the mirror. So I hand her the hand mirror so she can see it closer. And she's like, it still looks yellow to me. It doesn't really look any different. It doesn't look any different. I spent 2 hours foiling your head. Like, you had probably, you had pounds of product and foils on your head. You don't think that was doing anything all that time? So I'm like, oh, let's go outside, take a look at it in the natural light, see what you think, because sometimes the lighting in the salon can be a little deceiving. So we go outside and she's like, yeah, I mean, I like it, but I still see some spots that look like that yellow that I had that I hate. It still looks yellow. And I was like, and I'm just thinking about like all those memes that I always see. That's like when a client says I still see yellow and it's like completely pure white. And I was like, huh. I always see that meme and I like laugh at it, but I've never actually experienced that before, like word for word. And literally I was like, oh, okay, cool. And granted, her hair was not white. It was not pure like Benny white. It was not. That just wasn't gonna happen. It wasn't possible because of the condition and health of her hair. And you know, that's on me. Like, I'm always the first person to take responsibility and be honest about that kind of stuff. Like, I think had I not been so stressed and running behind and everything during the consultation, I would have thought to mention that and be more clear about it. And I don't know, maybe like I just felt like overly confident because she was already pretty light to begin with. I don't know. But anyway, so I had to, after toning her and blow drying her, I then had to bring her back and tone her again. So I just went one level darker and I just did like a straight violet. I ended up doing just straight 9V. And that was able to just like neutralize any little bit of yellow that was still lingering. Yellow. It wasn't really yellow, it was just blonde, but you know, she was wanting white, zero warmth at all, which like I understand that, but you know, that sometimes that it just, you can't get that in just one appointment. So, especially if your hair is damaged starting out with. So anyway, I think she was pretty happy with it in the end, but it just ended up taking even longer because I had to tone and blow dry her twice. And then I was just like stressed because, you know, it was a lot and I just felt like I had 2 clients where they weren't happy with their hair and like it just felt like everything was going wrong and I was like, what is happening? But I don't know, it's just like, it's tough when you have those clients that they're like, you know, a little bit pickier and don't necessarily have like realistic expectations, and then they're like, they keep pulling up like the inspiration photo and they're just like holding it up, comparing it to their hair, and they're asking you like, well, how come you can't do this? Why can't you do whatever? And she was like pulling up pictures of a client that I had done that was on my Instagram page, and she was like, well, what'd you use on her? How'd you do her hair? How come mine can't be like that? Like, because you're 2 different people. Your hair is totally different. You're 2 totally different ethnicities. Your textures are totally different. Your starting points were totally different. And also, that's a picture, you know, like depending on the lighting, it's going to look a little bit different. And then anyway, so I finished the color correction, and then my first client came back in, and I just redid her hair. I just threw some lightener on the ends, just pulled out that previous toner, and luckily she was happy with it in the end. It just made me realize that I should never allow myself, like, don't overdo it, don't push myself, and also like just don't get overconfident at any point, because then you just end up taking on more than you can handle. And I know I was talking to my boss about it too, because she also, you know, will like squeeze people in and double book herself and try to make accommodations for clients. And it always, you know, it ends up being the same thing. Like, we just end up getting super stressed out, and then you end up not doing your best work, and it's just not worth it, you know? Like, if somebody wants to make an appointment and there's a long wait, sorry, it just is what it is. Like, you have to wait. If you have a vacation or something like that coming up and you know you want to get your hair done or your nails or whatever before, like, for that vacation, book it ahead of time. Don't wait a couple days beforehand or the day of and think that you're gonna be able to get squeezed in, because sometimes it's not possible. And I love my clients, and I'm so grateful and appreciative to everyone that has ever come to get their hair done by me. This is my passion, and it's my career and how I make a living, and I appreciate it so much. But at the same time, it's like, you know, I can only do so much as a human being, and it was just a really, really stressful, tiring day. Thank you for listening to me vent. Hopefully that was relatable. I know that you guys always tell me that you like how transparent I am about this stuff, and I feel like, you know, I see so many other stylists on YouTube and on Instagram and stuff, and it's like, it makes you feel like nobody ever experiences this kind of stuff because no one ever talks about it. The thing about it too is, like, if you're already not having a great day or just feeling stressed out and anxious and stuff, it's hard because not only do you have to go and do a really good job, but you also have to be present and in the moment and be talking with your client. And sometimes you have like a million things going on in your head and you're like so stressed out, or you're like panicked because maybe something isn't going right with the hair that you're doing, but you have to like just put on a smile and just like, you know, talk with your client and listen to them talk about their life and keep conversation, answer their questions, all that kind of stuff. And it can be hard sometimes. Sometimes I feel like I just want to run in the back and just cry and hide and, you know, quit. So yeah, if you're a stylist, hopefully you can relate. If you're in beauty school or, you know, you want to be a stylist in the future, most days are not like this. So don't worry, but this is the reality of it. And you're going to have days that are like this sometimes. Just be prepared. Good morning. I started recording on my camera and then the battery died. So I'm recording from my phone. I just wanted to say hello. And, you know, kind of wrap up this vlog. I did day 2 of the Chloe Ting workout this morning. I was very sweaty. It was good though. It was pretty similar to day 1. It was the full body workout and the abs workout. Just the third video was different. It was arms and core instead of the legs and glutes. So, it was good. I really like it. And the fact that, you know, I got up this morning and I could have just like took my time and enjoyed my morning before I had to leave, or got some computer work done, or, you know, something like that. But I was like, no, let me get this workout done with. Like, let me get it out of the way. It's supposed to be super hot today. I literally showered afterwards, and now I feel like I'm just as sweaty as I was before I showered because it's already 85 degrees and it's only 11 a.m. It's supposed to be at least 90 today, so I love it though. I'm so excited. I'm so happy to finally have some hot weather. Anyway, I am going to wrap up this vlog here. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you really soon in my next video. Bye.